Hey everybody, welcome back. I want to show you some new radios I picked up over this week. Alright, kind of a check out what I got post today. It's not really a review of anything. Recently I had a friend who was in our ham club and he is moving away. And I guess he didn't want to carry a bunch of stuff with him. So he decided to let go of some stuff that he had. And we did a little trading. Basically some firearms for some radios and ammo and stuff like that. And this is what I ended up with. Now this isn't the only one. I'll show you the other one in a minute. Because if you looked in the thumbnail, you saw another little radio. This is a Swan 500C HF radio. For those of you new to ham radio, this is what a 1970s ham radio looks like, or I would guess late 60s, early 70s. It definitely requires a little bit of a learning, it has a little bit more of a learning curve than your average HF radio, which is pretty much plug and play. As you can see here, there's a bunch of unusual buttons you probably don't see on most HF rigs. It's got the tuning for your radio, you actually have to tune your radio up, because this is all tubes, to get it on the air. This over here is the power supply and speaker. It plugs in. It runs on AC current, not DC. So I'm going to probably try and figure out a way to run this off a battery. But for now, just plugs into the wall like a regular home appliance. It's extremely heavy, but I'm going to learn how to tune it up and use it. I had a friend of mine, we took it over and we connected it to his antenna. We tested it out. Seems to be working very, very well. The interesting part about these older tube radios is they have a little bit more power than you would expect. This on most frequencies can do about 500 watts. And I was told that some people use this actually as a linear for their 100 watt HF rig. It has its old microphone right there. This is your coarse and fine tuning. And these are your band selectors over here. So let's say I want to listen to 20 meters, I'll switch it over there to 14, and because it's in the green dot there, I use this green section of tuning band, and there's 14,100 right there. So it is a little bit of a learning curve, a little bit harder to use. The nice part is it comes with the manual and the schematics and all the electrical information for tubes and anything that needs to be replaced. So I was really happy with it. It's not one of those older HF rigs that's worth a fortune, but it works. So to me, it's worth a fortune. What I'm probably going to do is set it up out here in the garage and have a second HF rig ready to go. I'll probably do some kind of wire antenna, possibly. I have been looking at some verticals with radials. That's a possibility too, but just to get it on the air, I may just do a G5RV in the back of the house. Kind of similar to the one I have in front. Now I already have an HF rig. I have a ICOM 718. So I mean, it's not like it's an imperative that I get this hooked up, but it is really cool to have it. And having it tested, knowing it works, is another really cool thing. Now let's move on to the other radio I picked up. This probably looks a little bit more familiar to most of you guys, just getting involved in ham radio, and those of us that have been around it for a while. It is a Yaesu 8900. I have, and don't mind the camera here, I'm trying to hold it steady. I have 8800s in both my vehicle and my house. This is the 8900, it's a quad bander. So it will do, let me see if I can get over here while I block everything, hang on. Move it this way. I have the weather channel in there. It will do 10 meters FM. It will also do 6 meters. So eventually I'm going to get a decent 6 meter FM antenna for it. It only does FM, doesn't do sideband or anything like that. So while it's kind of neat to have it, it's not as useful on those bands, but there are FM 10 meter repeaters and there's lots of activity on 6 meters FM. So we're definitely going to be using it on 6 meters. Right now I have it connected to that old Ed Fong antenna. Well, not old, but a week old Ed Fong antenna. The dual band J-pole, it's working very, very well. I'm just going to hit our local repeater here. That's the quiet repeater. There. As you can tell, working quite well. I have it programmed. I actually program these quicker manually. than using Chirp or anything, although it did come with the cable. So anyway, I'll take you back to the other radio and we'll sum it up for today. So that's about it. Those are my radios. I've been really busy this week, so I didn't have time to do a lot of video. But this is something really cool that took place this week. I'm really pleased. I love the fact that I have a nice 50-watt modern 2-meter 440 radio out here. Don't get me wrong, I love the little 10-watt Leixen, which I still have. And I think that's going to be a future project. I'm probably going to do something kind of like a man-pack portable type thing. You know, a backpack or a sling pack with it. But this guy right here is really cool because this is an all-tube HF radio. Does anywhere from 350 to 500 watts. It's definitely old school, definitely cool. Gotta be more than 50 years old. The manual has something in here from, it says it's circa 1970. So, I mean, you can imagine. You know, it's interesting too because you realize how far ham radios have come in that time, and technology in general for that matter. But anyway, that's about it for today. So we picked up 2 radios in a nice little trade here. We got the Yaesu 8900 and the Swan 500C. And we're going to be doing future videos on this one because I want to explain to folks how you tune the radio using your plate and grid and your load. And it's going to be a good, fun project, you know, just a fun project for out here in the garage. This is slowly kind of becoming my little man cave out here. I got a radio out here now. Got HF radio, got all my gear out here. So we're going to set it up out here and see how it works. I really don't have room on my desk inside my house for it. Make sure you guys check out my videos coming up after the weekend. Saturday, tomorrow, I am going to a gun show. So if I pick up anything cool, do a video on it. And if you like the video, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. We got a lot more preparedness and emergency preparedness content coming up. And we'll talk to you then. Bye.